I met Kelsey at the Salt Lake City airport. It's just like 5 in the morning. I met her at the airport because we were getting ready to go to BYU Jerusalem.
Piers and I met on January 3rd, 2011 at 5:30 in the morning. We met in the Salt Lake airport on our way to the Holy Land for a study abroad.
I just remember walking to that airport so mad that I had to get up that early. And so I'm sitting down, talking, trying to work the room and meet people and schmooze a little bit. And I don't know how me and her first started talking, but we just started talking and it was just fun. We were just laughing about friends that we knew back here at school.
My first impression of Piers was quite interesting. I was sitting in the airport and he was one of the first people I met. And we started talking and we made some connections with friends that we both knew. And I knew right away that we would be very good friends on the trip. We had an instant connection, and from really then on, we were like best friends right away. The easiest friendship I've ever had.
My first impression of Kelsey was honestly kind of funny. I mean, I remember we were just meeting so many people, and it was so, I was trying to keep people's names straight and where they were from, and me and Kelsey just talked off and on. In every airport we were at. We didn't really talk on the flights because she doped up on NyQuil and we didn't see her for the rest of the flight. But my impression of her was that she was just a fun girl and someone that I was looking forward to being in the Middle East with.
Piers and I had the opportunity to live and study in the Holy Land, and it was a great way to build our friendship because we couldn't date over there. It was a great way for us to get to know each other without the pressure of dating. We had great experiences together, both fun, entertainment, but also very deep spiritual experiences together that I think will forever be able to bond us, and it's something we can always fall back upon is those experiences in the Holy Land.
In Jerusalem, you're living with 80 people, so you kind of spend a lot of time with the same people. And what was nice about me and Kelsey is we're just so compatible and so similar that we would just hang out, and it was just a blast. We could talk about anything, and we would just joke about the same things. And we're both incredibly loud people, and so the fact that we were just both off the walls competing for attention. I will say this though, I did get more attention than she did. Everyone at Jerusalem was so obsessed with the no dating policy that it was almost kind of a joke, and it became a joke. So as far as like a relationship between me and Kelsey, we kind of just joked about it from day one. It was just a big joke.
It was quite the roller coaster. I kind of fell in love with him in the airport. First, he was beautiful. I just loved him, and I had this huge crush on him, and the whole time I was just kind of trying to, get with Piers, and he was not having that at all. We were in the program for about 3 weeks. So I'd known him for 3 weeks, and that week before we were in Egypt, and we had a conversation about my bucket list.
Kelsey is all about her bucket list. She is obsessed with her bucket list.
I live by my bucket list. I have 100 things in there that I want to check off before I die, and I'm pretty diligent in checking those off. And I was telling Piers about how one of those is to be kissed on top of Mount Sinai, and I'm sure his wheels were rolling.
And I was like, well, we'll see if that happens, won't we?
We're hiking up Mount Sinai, and I was with a group more behind, and he was running up the mountain. And there's this little bungalow before you hit the summit to warm up and to kind of meet up with the rest of our group. We were all going to go up to the summit together. Piers was sitting in there talking to some Arabs, and he was being really flirty and frisky. I was like, this is kind of, I was loving it. And so we were just talking, and he's like, let's do the summit together. So we started going up the summit together, and we found this it was freezing, so cold. We found this really cool spot though where the wind wasn't coming in.
And I turned to her, and she was just grinning ear to ear, and I grabbed the blanket and I threw it over our heads, and I just smooched her. Unfortunately, because she was smiling, all I got was teeth.
He kissed my teeth. The worst first kiss I've ever had, but the absolute best first kiss I've ever had.
So it's definitely not my best first kiss, but it is without doubt my favorite first kiss I've ever had.
And the last.
And my last.
I think finding out who you're going to marry is a process. I don't think it's some angel coming down telling you you're going to marry someone. I just always had a very calm and peaceful feeling about Piers, and from early on it's not like I looked at him and was like, oh, that's going to be my husband. It was just a very easy friendship and someone that I could spend the rest of my life with.
Some of my best memories with Kelsey, honestly, wasn't so much on a spiritual level. It was always just like fun, you know what I mean? We always would just have fun together, and we were all about doing our crazy things and our stupid little quirks that would just make us laugh. For example, one of my favorite memories is about a week before we came home from Jerusalem, and we're outside on the terrace eating dinner.
We would always like chug water and like see who could eat food the fastest. Probably why I gained 20 pounds in Jerusalem because of Piers.
Me and Kelsey would also have drinking contests with water, who could chug water the fastest. And so everyone's around us just watching, and me and Kelsey have our glasses full of water, and we toast to something and we start chugging. Kelsey likes to think she can chug water, and I'm just kicking the crap out of her. And I get to the bottom of my glass and I put it down. I look at her, her cheeks are bulging full of water. She looks at me and she just spits water everywhere, all over me, and we all just start laughing. And then she just starts going, it came on my nose, it came on my nose. That is the epitome of mine and Kelsey's relationship. Who can one-up each other?
Piers and I are extremely loud people, and I worry for our children. I hope they're not outcasts in school. The way we make it work is that we make the competition fun, because no matter what, it's always a competition between us. But I think that's what makes us become better people. We always push each other to do better.
I took him to this jewelry shop because I knew this guy would give us like an engagement ring. And so I went to this guy beforehand. I told him like how much I liked Piers. I'm such a creep now thinking about it. But I like told him how much I liked Piers, and he's like, "Hey, bring him by my shop. I'll do this like whole ceremony." So we like go to his shop, and this guy like does this whole ceremony and gives me this engagement ring and makes Piers put it on my finger. Piers was like freaked out, thought I was just like this nuts girl, like obsessed with him. But funny, because at the end of the ceremony he said like, you guys will be together forever. So looks like you stuck with me.
We spent a lot of time in the city together, in the old city, in West Jerusalem. One day, Kelsey and I walked from one end of Jerusalem to the other and back, the whole city. We have walked every inch of Jerusalem together.
One of my favorite moments with Piers was when we were in Galilee. We had been going through kind of a hard time that week as friends because we were transitioning, and I was really developing feelings for him, and he wasn't really developing feelings for me.
It was nighttime, and everyone was out kind of out doing their own different thing, and people were just kind of wandering off and like having just like fun together. And me and Kelsey just walked off a little bit, and we were sitting on this kind of grassy overlook that you could see the whole sea. I mean, beautiful.
We were just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, both of us just became silent.
And it's the first time in my life I've ever heard pure silence, I think.
And the water became silent and the wind stopped.
And we were just sitting there, and we neither one of us wanted to say anything because we both knew what was happening. And so we sat there in silence for a good like 5 minutes. And then the wind picked back up. We just looked at each other and we're like, what was that?
And it was one of those moments in my life that I felt pure peace. And it's from then on, I really have felt that I could spend forever with this man. He was just perfect.
I could go on and on about the things that I love about Kelsey and the things that I'm looking forward to in spending a life with her. First and foremost, I love her spunk and her enthusiasm for life. The fact that she's just willing to go out and do whatever she wants is just so attractive. And the fact that she respects my goals and wants to be next to me, the fact that she wants to be at my side means the world to me.
He was very much wanting to be a bachelor the rest of his life, and so we just had this friendship, and I always felt something.
We never dated in Jerusalem. We were definitely very, very close friends, and she was definitely someone that I was very interested in. And when we were going home, it's like, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I was very hesitant to want to date.
I would call my mom every night and give her the Piers update, and it was either like I loved him or hated him, because we just had such a fun, flirty friendship. But I wanted it to go somewhere and Piers didn't. We came home from Jerusalem in April. We started hanging out all the time, and I was ready to date him, and kind of told him, you know, I wanted to date, and then he didn't really want to, and so I kind of moved on, and then he came crawling back and wanted to date.
I think that our ability to be friends first and anything else second is made us so strong. The fact that she can look at me and say, Piers, I think this, I feel this, what should I do, or this is what I think you should do. And the fact that she respects my opinion, and the fact that she wants to talk to me, and I want to open up to her, has really made us into the relationship we are today.
I knew very early on in Piers and my relationship that we would be married one day, and I just had promptings throughout Jerusalem, and my family did, and I just always had a really good feeling about Piers. He was everything I've ever wanted in a man, and so much more. It's like, just, I didn't think he existed. And Piers had more of a hard time catching that idea. Both his parents knew, my parents knew before Piers knew.
I mean, I wasn't looking for marriage or anything like that. And every time people saw us, they're like, oh, this is my girlfriend Kelsey. Oh, you guys are just perfect for each other. You guys look so good. And her family's dropping hints about us being married. My family's dropping hints about wanting us to get married. She's dropping hints. I mean, everyone's just dropping the hints. And I just wasn't, I don't know, I feel like I was the last one to know.
I got Piers to change his bachelor plans and marry me through showing him the good life of being a domestic husband, and that it's way more fun to hang out with me and my KitchenAid than to hang out with the boys in Halo.
It was never a spiritual lightning bolt into my soul that said, marry her. It was more just a logical confirmation of a rational relationship. I mean, we enjoyed spending time together. She was my confidant. She was my everything. I wanted to be with her. We did everything together. I loved her. I love her. And it was just like, I want to be married to you.
I admire a lot of qualities in Piers. I think my favorite quality about him is that he is effortlessly Christ-like. It is so natural for him to have Christ-like qualities. That was one of the first things that struck me about Piers, was how he was always willing to help people, so kind, so such a scholar in the gospel, and it was, being with Piers makes life easier to live, and I love those qualities about him.
It got hard to say goodnight and goodbye. I mean, we kind of wanted to just go and keep spending time together, and we wanted to go travel places. And so when it came to the whole marriage thing, I was definitely the last to feel it. But when it hit, when it was what I wanted, it's all I want.
I've come too far, and I won't go back. Yeah, this is home.
Well, I was thinking about a story about 12 or 13 years ago. I was we had to take Kelsey to the hospital for some reason, and I spent the entire night there. We had to go there. She had, what was that disease she had?
Enoch showing Lepora.
What was it?
Enoch showing Lepora.
Okay, so that was that, and she had to.
And you make fun of me for speaking to
So she had to spend the entire night in the hospital, and I was a young lawyer, young family, had a million things going on, but I said, I'm gonna be a great dad. I'm gonna stay here all night. And said, Carrie, you go home. Dear, you're tired. You go home. So she went home, and I spent all night sleeping in a chair with Kelsey. Right next to Kelsey, she was in her bed. I was taking care of her. I was attentive to her needs. The nurses would come in, take care of her. So about 10 o'clock I had to leave. I'd go to a hearing or something like that. And about 4 o'clock that day, Carrie come over and taking care of her. About 4 o'clock that day, a friend of mine called and said, I just had seen Kelsey. I just went in to talk to Kelsey. And she told me that you kicked her out of the hospital bed and you slept all night in that hospital bed and she had to sleep in the chair all night. What is up with that, And I remember thinking that day, Heavenly Father, God in heaven, please send me some young man who will be able to endure this kind of abuse throughout the day. So when Piers came along, I had that same flashback thinking, Piers could endure that kind of treatment. But I just want to, as I did before with Whitney, I want to pay tribute to my father-in-law, Jim Boker, who is here, who has raised one of the finest women on the planet. His daughter, my wife Carrie, who is responsible for any good thing that comes in my life, that comes in our family life, Jim. I want to thank you for that, because she is everything. She's the beginning and the end of everything in our family. And she's the beginning and the end of everything good in Kelsey's life and in all of our lives. And I remember that Karen and I, and many of you have heard this before, but we'd go in with our daughters and we'd sit on into their beds and we'd say, there are 5 points to a potential spouse in this house, and you've all heard this before. And that is, number 1, he's an Eagle Scout. Number 2, number 2, he's a returned missionary. Number 3, he's attending either BYU or an equally equivalent higher educational pursuit. Number 4, he is worthy to take you to the temple, the house of the Lord, and be married there. Number 5, he has ambition, because you're not living with me after you get married. And then I tried. And I added number 6, which was he's kind. And fortunately, Whitney married one. Eric, the most important thing in your life as father for a young woman when you're getting ready to say goodbye to your daughter is to have somebody who's worthy of your daughter. And Whitney married Eric, and we felt that way about him, and we are just thrilled that Piers hits all 6 points, and he's a worthy young man for Kelsey. We want to thank you for joining our family. We're very excited, Corinne and Robert, to have you as a part of our family and your entire family. We welcome you here. And just ask the Lord's choicest blessings be on all of you. Thank you.
Is there something I can do to make you believe? I don't want to lose you, 'cause I'm stuck on you.
Are you ready for the wedding, boy?
Yes.
Good.
About 25 years ago or so, and I'm looking at some parallels today. I went to Oaxaca on a trip and met this young lady in Mexico, and it kind of reminded me of a Jerusalem meeting. And 9 months later, I married my best friend. And the thing that I'm grateful for is that I see that best friends are being married.
We were friends.
And I'm excited also that, one of the things that I think is really important to my son is friends. I know that he's he's been defined by his good friends and good support. And another thing that defines Piers is his family. And I'm so grateful that he is joining with a family that is so strong and supportive. I mean, I couldn't hope for anything more. And that's all I have to say.
say congratulations.
Hey, Sophie.
All congratulations. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, my first thought was, I need a burger.
And I'm feeling alone, and it all seems so helpless, and I have no plan.
Piers, first of all, I just want you to know how excited and happy I am for you. And now that you're married, you know, started the biggest phase in your life. You gotta move on, but me, I'm not really at that point yet, so you gotta do me a favor. You've got a lot of bridesmaids here, they're all really cute. I need you to set me up with one of them.
Let me know that you hear me. Let me know your touch. Let me know that you love me. Let that be enough. It's my birthday tomorrow. No one here could know. I was born this Thursday, 22 years ago. And I feel stuck watching history repeat. Yeah, who am I? Just a kid who knows he's needing me. Let me know that you hear me. Let me know your touch. Let me know that you love me. Let that be enough. Let me know that you hear me. Let me know your touch. Let me know that you love me.
Sisters, any words to your brother?
No. Bye.
I got married today. It's kind of a big deal. All of a sudden, all these people are here, and I don't know what to do, but it's like a party. I mean, look at all these people over here. I went to Jerusalem with them once, and it was pretty crazy. And I'm running backwards, and I'll fall over. Woo!
That was good, dude.
Plan this day for 6 months.
We'll be together now every day.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Talking with you, girl, is what first made me feel like I was gonna fly and float away. Float away. And we're talking about guns and guns, just to name a few. Watching you get heated, teasing, this is all that we needed. Tomorrow's the big day. It's gonna be one toxic cakes and heaven all in white.
You're good. Keep going. Try again. 2, 3, 4.
Tomorrow's the big day. Gonna be a dream. Toxic cakes and you in white. One big crazy scene. Finally now the countdown's fun. Let's go and live a life of fun. While I'm not a shiny knight, I promise it'll be just right. Being friends long before me. We'll be together now every day. When I try to do or think of you, wink at you, I know that I need you. I cannot tell a lie since I know just you and I love you. Yes, I do. all I'd ever like to know. Cali, Vegas, or Venice, Egypt, Jordan, Bangladesh. Sipping NyQuil, sitting first class. I won't settle for anything less. Being friends long before May. Please let me be with you every day. When I drive you or think of you, wink at you, I know that I need you. I cannot tell a lie since I know it's you and I love you. Yes,
I feel really funny when there's. Okay, because I have to repeat the question. Right. Okay, how do I repeat that? When Piers finds Filipinos everywhere we go, I first feel proud of him for speaking that awesome language, and then I feel really left out, and then I know they're talking about me. So it's quite funny. Everywhere we go, he has a little sniffer and sniffs out the Filipinos, and all the women love him, and so I kind of get a little jealous, but they love me. Our future life in my mind looks like just so fun and full of life, and I know Piers and I just have goals of affecting people and, you know, doing missionary work across the world. And I remember my mom and I had a conversation before I was dating Piers about how even if Piers and I don't work out, the only person I want with me in childbirth is Piers Tueller. And so he's just I feel like he's my #1 fan as well as I am to him.
Both have our very unique, very different goals, and they're quite a bit different, quite a wide variety. But what's so great is, as different as our goals are, they're coming together, and we want to make them come together because we want both of us to achieve our goals. We both want each other to achieve success and find happiness in completing something that we've always wanted to do.
I would have to say I'm the better dancer between Piers and I. Piers thinks he has rhythm, but he's just a white boy from Idaho. I've got like the D Street in me from Vegas. Who's a better singer? That's funny. Well, I'd have to say Piers has the most beautiful voice, and as everyone tells me, I can't sing. Piers, yeah, I love you, honey.
The thing I'm looking forward to most about being married is not those little idiosyncrasy things. I'm looking forward to big things with her.
Some things I hope that Piers and I get to do together is a given travel together.
I'm looking forward to having children. I'm looking forward to graduating. I'm looking forward to getting like our first job, our first break. I'm looking forward to our first trip overseas. Like, I'm excited for the big stuff.
I really hope that we have the opportunity to have a large family, and I know we are both really looking forward to that time in our lives of having a lot of kids and having our home be an open home and bringing the gospel to people through those activities and stuff.
And it's just, we've no regrets, just love. I truly love Kelsey. She means everything to me. And more than just like a cheesy, emotional, love-struck way, but in a very deep way that she brings completion to me. For all of my independence and as much as I love being a bachelor, she makes me want to get rid of that forever. Because that's all I want. She's all I need.
I could say one thing to Piers, I love you with everything in my body. I would do anything to be with you forever. And I'm so excited to be your wife and to have your children. And I love you, Piers. Oh my gosh, I'm so done. I just love him. Okay, stop.
I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn drops like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I yeah.